Greetings, ladies. This is Kathy Washira. I know it has been a while since I've uploaded a video, but sometimes we just get busy with life, and that is why today I felt I have to upload one, regardless of, or I have to not upload, but to make one, because I always have a lot of things that I would like to share with you, you know. And today I felt I have to share one, regardless of where I am. And for those people who have been in this channel for a while, you know, this is not my normal home or background, but it's something, a purpose that I'm going to do today. And I also just want to take this opportunity to welcome all our new subscribers and our viewers. Thank you very much. And I hope that this channel will be a blessing to you. This is a channel where we discuss everything pre-marriage relationship, not marriage. It's not a marriage platform. But there are some things you can get away with from here, you can take from here concerning marriage, but it's mostly for the relationships that we have before marriage, or relationships that can lead to good marriage. Okay, so today I want to speak about the lessons that we need to learn as a single lady. There are some 6 or 5 nuggets that we need to, and there are lessons because many of us, especially those who have been waiting for a while, some of these things you've gone through, and you know, and I'm going to repeat them today so that you don't repeat that class again, because women, we have a habit of just always repeating class. I don't know why we keep repeating class. Things don't change. Things are just what they are, you know. So number one lesson is, you cannot change a man. You cannot change someone. It is what you see. What you see, that is the person, you know. And as a woman, you must understand that you're not a rehabilitation center. Neither are you a psychologist. I think they're called psychologists. They call them shrinks. You're taking someone's son, and hopefully as you continue living with them, you're going to speak some sense into their mind, or you're going to help them to come out of what they're going through and become better, and become a better husband to you. That is not your work. That is absolutely not your work, you know. And I'm not saying that they're perfect people who have no any issues, but there are people who are working towards perfection. You know, that is what we hope, all of us, because even ourselves, we are not perfect, but we are working towards it. So when you meet someone who is simply just not, you can't get the person is nasty, the person is abusive, the person has no respect, the person has no boundaries, you cannot change that kind of a person. Please save yourself a lot of trauma. Marriage is not something that you just walk in and walk out the next day. No, because even if you decide to walk out, because we always say, of course, if there's an abuse or something, it's good to walk out. But if it is not that easy, you know, because there's a lot of ties, there's a lot of emotional connections that have happened. That's why you find sometimes it's very hard for women to come out of an abusive relationship. So number one, understand you cannot change someone. If you don't like what you see, then it is what it is. Don't go any further, you know. There are things that can change. I always say there are some superficial things that change. Those ones is okay. But when someone just simply has some character issue that is a threat to you, or makes you feel already defeated, miserable, questioning a lot of things, please, if you love them, give them time to go sort themselves out. But I don't think you want to be the one who's going to do that, because doing it is going to become very, very difficult, and especially if you try to do it in a marriage. And some people just never change. They never change. Number two, sex does not make a man keep you or marry you. In fact, it is the opposite. So if and this is a question I've gotten from many of us here privately, where they say they're with this person, and the person is demanding for sex before marriage, and say, you know, all these stories they tell us. Listen, sex does not make a man want to marry you. It does not. You cannot keep a man by sex. Listen, most men view sex as a physical activity, you know. That is why even after the physical activity, they can just walk away and go. They don't feel any, they don't even call you the next day. No. But for us women, it is most normal women, because also there are women who are, you know. So most normal women, for us, that is something. It's something. It is an emotional event where we yield our will to this person. You give yourself to this person. You emotionally connect to this person. That is why it is very, very difficult for you to let go or to forget after that kind of an activity. So understand that about a man. That is why sometimes when a woman gets pregnant, it's like they don't care. They're like, why did you get pregnant? There was nothing, you know. But for us, we are like, wow, but there was we had a very explosive activity the other day, and you love, and you said you loved me. No, no. So that does not keep a man. If the man, you meet someone and the first thing they start telling you is sex and they're putting pressure on you, you have a choice to say no. And if the person loves you, they will respect your no. If they don't, they will go away. And thank God they've gone away. Number 3, providing or giving a man money will make him happy. You think that when you give a man money or you provide for him, it will make him happy. Sorry. It's actually the opposite. Men are naturally wired to be providers. That is how God made them. That is what builds their ego. That is what makes them feel like they're, validated in this relationship. And I'm not saying that when you're married and when marriage, people share bills here and there, but I'm talking about dating, where you're dating someone, a man, and you're already giving them money and they're asking you for money, and you think by giving them money and doing this, that is why if you look at women's stories, most of the time they'll tell you, I used to give him money and used to use the money to go and see other women, because now when you give him money, he has money, he can now go and approach another woman and feel very confident, because now he's a provider with your money. But as for you, so giving him money will not keep him. Number 4, men are not unfaithful because you're not beautiful. They are unfaithful because they are unfaithful. So don't ever think, and that is why sometimes, and I'm not against someone wanting to upgrade themselves for their own self-esteem, but don't change yourself for someone. Don't do something because you think, if I change this, then this man will love me more. If I do this, men, they don't go out there because you're less beautiful. No, they go out there because they want to go out. Whether, even if you're the most beautiful woman in the world, and you've seen very many beautiful women still getting out of relationships because the man was unfaithful. So it has nothing to do with beauty. If someone loves you, they love you. And number 5, a normal man. I'm talking about normal because outside there also, I know there are people who are not normal. But a normal man will always choose character over beauty at the end of the day. And that is why sometimes you wonder how someone who was so, maybe they got married or they were going out with such a beautiful girl, and they were like, wow, this is the talk of the town. But sometimes when they end up marrying someone, they just marry a normal, plain girl like the rest of us. And you're like, what happened? At the end of the day, a normal man will always choose character over beauty. Though beauty is important for them, if the beauty comes with the character, the better. But beauty is not enough. It is not enough. Beauty does not keep a marriage. Marriage is so complicated. In fact, beauty is at the bottom of the most important things in marriage. There are so many. You need brains in marriage. You need to be sober. So if you don't have brains, you're not sober, your beauty will not help you. Marriage is it is something else. Listen, and finally, just to finalize, it is better to be lonely and single. And get this sentence very well. It is better to be lonely and single than to be lonely and married. Because that is the most miserable place you can be. Being in a marriage, you're supposed to be having a partner, you're supposed to be having a spouse, but they've neglected you, they don't care, they're living their life. It's like the two of you. I'm sorry for the sun. But I have to do this video. So it is better to be lonely and single, because when you're lonely and single, at least you have options. There's still hope. You can always say, tomorrow I'll meet the person. You can pray and meet the right person. But when you're lonely and married, because you have no option, you're in that marriage to stay. It is a miserable place to be. So my friend, don't be in a hurry to make wrong decisions. Don't be in a hurry. Take your time. Meet the right person. And remember those 5 or 6 points that I've given you. And may the Lord bless you. That was just something, an extra thing I need to talk about as I come back. God bless you in Jesus' name.